Hey, apparently the sparrows, the swallows, or whatever these little things are, they're wanting to hit underneath of the awnings, and they keep trying to go up under there. I don't know, I guess they're looking for food, but I'm not much caring for that. They can just go away.
Good morning. We're going to step outside because it's actually quite the beautiful day. Got the generator running. I'm going to step to where I'm kind of, we don't want the, so there we go. So, day 2. We are off to the start of day 2. Nice relaxing start actually. We slept in. We ended up staying up fairly late just because you can. There are no rules, there are no have-tos. You know, we're not in the biggest of hurries to be anywhere. Check that out. Snow-capped. We got traffic that's gone by. You know, it's just, it's a little roadside stop. You know, nothing major, nothing fancy. Just beautiful little place to stop and rest. You know, every time we've driven through Canada previously, we've either been in a car, a U-Haul, something other than the ability to actually stay in our home, our bed, do everything. So this is really awesome. And in the last video, you probably saw, you know, Suzanne was commenting about Canada's pullouts. I mean, these, I really wish we had more of these in the lower 48. You know, some of the states have them, but not a lot. These are super awesome. So today we got about 300 and some miles that we're gonna take and do, and see where we end up. We'll keep working our way towards Laird Hot Springs. Things, especially when you're that long, you know, almost 60 feet, getting fuel can sometimes be a little bit of a pain. We actually had to bypass several spots just because of the size of our rig. You know, it's one of those deals where you're limited on, you gotta unlock the truck. You're limited on your
you're limited on your space, whether it's for turning around, whether it's to get in and out, easy access. And so we actually bypassed some. So here in Kersley, Canada, on the way up on the 97th, it's really nice, easy, easy access to the pumps right here. There's actually an RV park if you wanted to park it. We stopped and had a little bit of lunch as well. Food was really good. And just right back here is also a general store. So we were able to pick up some eggs and a few other things that we needed without having to actually take and worry about pulling in, pulling out, because you've got this massive lot that you can pull in. So if you're looking for fuel, Kersley is a great place to stop. So it's the end of day 2 as far as driving. It's been a less eventful day, but nonetheless we have had a little bit of an event, and we're going to save that for another video that we're going to share on things. But it's another lesson learned. This one, we hadn't done a lot of driving with the new rig. Basically, it was the trip home from picking it up back in December, back down to Carlsbad, New Mexico. That was about a 400-mile trip that we had with it the first time. And then the next trip was, we just moved it about 10 miles up to the, oh, we got a bee. I'm not a fan of bees. but he is a fan of the front cab of the the truck, or the camper. So that was just a short one to move up to the Escapee Ranch there in just outside of Carlsbad, Loving, not close to Artesia. Anyway, so that was the second time we had actually moved the rig. Third time was when we came up to Washington, right before I went to work back on the slope for a different company. That was a little bit longer trip, but nonetheless it was a 4-day fast-paced trip. So we haven't really had, in our 6 months of owning Maximus, very many trips. Well, we're learning a little bit on this trip. You know, things happen. We had some very fun, dive bombed by birds. We had a little bit of a learning lesson that we'll share in another video. And we're just now starting to get the feel of actually how it is to live and drive and move in this rig. We've got a lot of stuff in the back for the Imaginarium that we haven't quite found homes for it. So lots of really different kind of things for this particular rig. Even getting used to the auto slider is a little bit different. You know, the way it moves from the travel trailer that we had, the way the truck drives, the sounds, everything that you got to pay attention to. And on this trip, this is also the first trip, short of when we first brought it home, that Suzanne has actually driven with me. In almost 2 years of going places, 400 miles is the only miles that we'd actually done in a rig together when on travel days. Normally she's in Aussie and she's being my eyes from the back. That's been a big eye-opener. I mean, there's a lot of people that do it. I wasn't used to it, so we're working on it. But found us a nice little rest area to kick back for this evening. Suzanne's in making some dinner. We're gonna go check out and see what she's got going on. A little bit by the river. Why don't we just take a little walk down there to the river and see what we got there. And for some reason, hey, apparently the sparrows, the swallows, or whatever these little things are, they're wanting to hit underneath of the awnings, and they keep trying to go up under there. I don't know, I guess they're looking for food, but I'm not much caring for that. They can just go away. I was gonna try and put the drone up, but last time I was in an area like this that happened, they about took Max down. So we're not gonna do that. But we are gonna kick back, hopefully get a beautiful sunset to film, have some dinner, and maybe keep the birds away that are, hey! I wonder if I'm gonna have to have a fly swatter all night. Try and chase birds away. Because this is really kind of crazy. What you making?
It's gonna be creamy chicken and peas.
Creamy chicken and peas, huh?
Yep. I got my peas right here. They're frozen. And then I have the chicken thawing out and cooking and some chicken broth, and I'm going to make them like a creamy cheese sauce on them.